If you're curious about living in Lynnwood, Washington, from the restaurants, schools, the housing market, shopping, this is the video for you, so stay tuned. Hi, my name is Gus Montgomery. Here today, we're going to explore Lynnwood, Washington in a full map tour. So follow me to my laptop and let's get this tour started. All right, welcome back to my laptop here for your full map tour of Lynnwood, Washington. So as you can see, Lynnwood is located in Snohomish County. So as far as distance away from Seattle, Lynnwood's about an 18 to 24-minute drive without traffic. Depending on what time of day you leave, that commute can turn into a 45 to 60-minute commute. But roughly it's about 17 miles away. Without traffic, if going to another popular city like Bellevue, Washington, that's about a 26 to 30-minute drive. But as you can see, really easy access to Bellevue and Seattle, Washington. Lynnwood has about 41,000 residents, and it's known for having one of the largest concentration of retail stores in the area. So places like Alderwood Mall, which we'll talk about as well, but also other shopping hubs such as Nordstrom Rack, DSW Shoes, Best Buy. All those stores are also located in Lynnwood, Washington. One thing to consider is airports. So Lynnwood is close to two different airports in the area. First one, SeaTac International Airport. This is the largest airport in Washington State. So a majority of the flights that you take out of the Seattle area will come from SeaTac International Airport. Without traffic, it's about 30 to 35-minute drive from Lynnwood to the SeaTac International Airport. Again, there's always traffic in Seattle, so always plan accordingly when you're taking a flight at the SeaTac International Airport and you are coming from Lynnwood, Washington. Now, most of the flights, the biggest selection of flights will come at SeaTac International Airport. But if you're not familiar with the area, and here's a look at SeaTac International Airport, 28,000 reviews, obviously the largest airport in the state. But if you're not familiar with the area, one thing to consider is Painfield Airport. So without traffic, Lynnwood is an 18-minute drive away from Painfield Airport. Now, Painfield is a really good option for those flying to cities in California, Nevada, and Arizona. It's a really small airport. And as you can see in the thumbnail, it's a really nice lobby. It has a hotel type feel when you're going to the lobby. There's only one security gate that you have to go through, super small. But again, it's only for the flights out of Nevada, California, and Arizona. And sometimes it's a cheaper option depending on how far in advance you book the flight. So that's a really good option for those living at Lynnwood. That you have SeaTac International Airport, and you also have Painfield. So it's the best of both worlds. You have the bigger airport. You also have the smaller airport for those cities that you're flying to that's located in Nevada, California, and Arizona. So really good pro living in Lynnwood is being close to both of those airports. Okay, so if you ask a lot of people that live in the area, one of the biggest things, if not the biggest thing that Lynnwood is known for is Alderwood Mall. If I do a rating system like malls that are most popular in the area, Alderwood Mall, Bellevue Square, and South Center Mall will be the top three. But Alderwood Mall, exceptional mall. It is 1.3 million square feet. It has, at the time of the recording, 160 stores. As you see in the thumbnail, AMC, home of Macy's and Nordstrom. So pretty much any type of store that you will find in a typical mall, Alderwood has those included. It also just opened a Dave & Buster's for those video gamers, people like to have a good time when they're out with their friends and family. You have tons of restaurants in Alderwood. Now, Alderwood is an indoor and outdoor mall, so it's really, really festive. It's a lot of things going on, and I know that a lot of malls around the country are shutting down. There's actually malls shutting down in the area as well. But Alderwood always seems to be super packed, especially on the weekends. So it's hard to tell that malls are dying when you have places like Alderwood Mall. Now, there's a lot of great restaurants inside the Alderwood Mall. There is a Korean barbecue. There is pizza. There's sushi. There's a ramen spot. So there's a lot of good things at the Alderwood Mall. And since we're on the topic of restaurants, let's talk about the different options of restaurants located in Lynnwood. Now, a few of the spots are located near the mall. A couple spots to highlight is the Keg Steakhouse Bar in Lynnwood. It's a classic steak and seafood dish. Very popular. There's a few locations in the area. Great spot to watch games. Good spot to have happy hour. And you also have places like Bago, which is Brazilian steakhouse. There's also a location in Bellevue as well. And this one, I believe, is the newer location of the two. Really good spot for a special occasion. This is one of those spots where you have people, the employees and the servers are walking around with the meat that they can cut for you on demand. It's a really great experience, for a person that like myself that likes to eat steak. You get so much food. So I think one of the biggest problems for me is not overeating. It's upscale Brazilian chain restaurant, so it is on the higher side of spending. As I mentioned in the mall piece, there's a Dave and Buster's, not a restaurant per se, but they do serve American style food, burgers, pizza, nachos. But that is a great option for you if you want something to do with the kids. Kids can play video games at Dave and Buster's. You can eat in the meantime. I know the review says 3.8 stars. I had a good time at Dave and Buster's when I went. But everybody does have their own experience. This is all surrounding the mall area. Not all of these are located or connected with the mall, but as you can see, there's a lot of things going on in this area. Another spot I want to mention is Chops. Chops is a Korean fusion restaurant. They're known for their bulgarito. I'm saying that correctly. I'll put that in the video. Bulgarito, which is basically a burrito bulgogi, which is a Korean pork. Really delicious, really fire. It's been really trending. It's been trending on TikTok and Flu blogs on Instagram. So that place has been really popular as of late. And it's definitely, a place where you can get a different type of eating experience. There's not a lot of spots like that in the area. Another spot I wanted to mention is H Mart in Lynnwood. Now, H Mart is a Korean grocery store, but they have a really expansive food court. And you have a lot of options of different Asian foods, not just Korean food, but just Asian food in general. So for those that don't know, H Mart is a Korean grocery store. So for anybody that wants Korean style produce, food from Korea brands, if you are a fan of, soju, the alcoholic beverage, the good Korean snacks, kimchi, this is your hub for that. There's a few locations of H Mart in the area. There's one in Bellevue, one in Seattle, and there's another one in Federal Way. So very popular store. But yeah, the food court in H Mart is amazing. So definitely something worth checking out. Another spot that's kind of a local legend is Kona Kitchen. Now, Kona Kitchen is a Hawaiian food spot. This is their second location. The first location is located in the Maple Leaf area of Seattle, Washington. And one of the owners of Kona Kitchen was in the first Karate Kid movie. So this place was super popular in Washington, Seattle, Washington. Bunch of delicious Hawaiian dishes, the mac salad, amazing. Spam musabi, amazing. They opened the second location in Lynnwood. So really good spot. Very, very underrated for the brunch as well. And a lot of people like going there for dinner, but the brunch at Kona Kitchen is amazing. So you definitely want to check out Kona Kitchen in Lynnwood. Another spot I want to mention is Woju Korean barbecue. Now, Korean barbecue has been booming in the Seattle area the last couple of years. There's more and more Korean barbecue spots opening up. It's starting to become a little overwhelming, the amount of options that you have. But one of my favorite spots is in Lynnwood. It's called Woju Korean barbecue. If I'm saying that incorrectly, I do apologize. So for those who have experienced Korean barbecue, it's one of those establishments where you sit down, you have the grill at the center of your table, you order up the menu, they'll bring in the meat for you to cook yourselves on the grill. They'll bring you unlimited sides. You can include rice, and it's pretty much just a festive gathering with your friends and family. There's other Korean barbecue locations in the area, but one of my personal favorites is this spot. And one of the cool things about this spot is that they actually play Korean music inside the restaurant. There's other establishments in the area where they're playing non-Korean music, which is totally fine, but it adds to the experience when a Korean barbecue restaurant is playing Korean music in the background, at least for myself. Another spot is the Indigo Kitchen and Ale House. Comfort foods, American style. I know this is a really popular spot for happy hour. I know my dad really likes this spot. They have a really good spinach and artichoke dip, and burgers, pastas. A really good location, super nice interior decor. They have food for everybody. So no matter what type of food that you like, Indigo has you covered. Another spot is Katsu Burgers. So for those who haven't had Katsu Burgers, maybe you might be familiar with chicken katsu. They get at teriyaki places, but this is in burger form. Super delicious. Just kind of going through the slides, like that right there is a beautiful picture of a katsu burger. I'm not sure how one person can eat all of that, but yeah, katsu burger is amazing. So definitely wanted to highlight that as well. There's other restaurants in Lynnwood that I'm not going to be able to cover, but there's a restaurant in Lynnwood that you really enjoy. Please add that in the comments. One cool part about Lynnwood is access to parks. They have a lot of great parks in the area, and a couple that I want to highlight. You have Lindell Park. It's a large park. You have athletic fields, a skate park, playgrounds and trails. Obviously a great playground. You got some trails, very good outdoor aesthetics. So Lindell Park is a great option. Another one that I want to highlight is Stephen Wilcox Park. This is a 7-acre community space, has a flag plaza. But yes, Wilcox Park. We have a lot of good options for parks. And so another park I wanted to highlight was North Lynnwood Park, because this one has a spray park. So for those with kids or you're babysitting, this is a very popular park, especially during the spring and summer months when it starts to get warm and a lot of the houses do not have AC. So your kids that you're watching would greatly appreciate going to a spray park. But yeah, you have a lot of options for different parks in the area. As you can see with the results to the left, options galore. But those are a few of the parks that I wanted to highlight in Lynnwood. So next, we're going to talk about the schools in Lynnwood. So the way the school system works in Lynnwood as far as public education is a majority of the students who live in Lynnwood will be attending a school in the Edmonds School District, or a small portion will be enrolled in the Mukilteo School District. But first, let's take a look at Edmonds School District. So majority of students that live in Lynnwood will be attending Edmonds School District. Now, between the Edmonds School District and Mukilteo School District, Edmonds is a far bigger school district. And one measurement that I use to gauge how big a school district is the number of high schools. Edmonds School District has 6 high schools. Mukilteo has 3 high schools. Some of the bigger high schools in the Edmonds School District is Lynnwood WA High School. These are look at their campus. High school will be Meadowdale High School. So those are 2 of the bigger high schools. You also have Lynnwood High School. So you have a lot of different high school options. You got 6 total. Edmonds WA, Lynnwood High School, Meadowdale High. We got Mount Lake Terrace High School, which is also located in the Edmonds School District. All right, so as I mentioned, the majority of students that live in Lynnwood will be attending Edmonds School District. But as you can see on the map, the north part of Lynnwood, if you fall in that region, you'll be attending Mukilteo School District. Now, Mukilteo School District has 3 high schools, and the bigger high schools in the area are Manor High School, and here's a look at the campus. Really nice campus at Manor High School. And then the other one would be Kamiak High School. There's actually another high school named Kamiak in Washington State, further out, but this one is located in Mukilteo. So again, those are 2 high schools in the Mukilteo School District. But again, if you are living in Lynnwood, a majority you will be attending the Edmonds School District. So that gives you an idea of the school system if you have a family that's attending schools in Lynnwood. All right, so looking at the median home prices in Lynnwood for a single family home, your median home price is $775,000. For a condo in Lynnwood, looking at $555,000. Now you compare that to Seattle. Seattle's median home price for single family homes is $875,000, and for condos are $520,000. So if you're looking at buying a home, Lynnwood is about $100,000. It is $100,000 lower than Seattle. So a lot of people have looked to live in Lynnwood because it's a cheaper version or cheaper alternative to living in Seattle. And as you can see, we talked about before is the commute. The commute is something that you do have to be mindful of. Right now, this recording is on a weekday at 4:30. So if you're going to go from, let's actually flip this around. If you're living in Seattle and commuting to Lynnwood, you would be driving for about 35 minutes. So 4:30 is prime time, rush hour on a weekday. So that gives you an idea of the amount of traffic if you were going to live in Lynnwood and commute to Seattle for work. But you are paying about $100,000 less. You are paying $100,000 less for single family residence. As I mentioned before, a lot of people who want to buy homes have looked to the Lynnwood area because of the convenience of the shopping, the restaurants, the parks. Not as busy as Seattle, but Lynnwood is becoming more busy based on the retail stores in the area. But you are pricing your homes far below the Seattle median home prices. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking at living in Lynnwood.
All right, that is it for the full map tour of Lynnwood, Washington. Thank you for taking the time to explore Lynnwood with me. If you find value in this content, please like and subscribe to his YouTube channel, and I'll continue to provide more value going forward. Until next time, take care.